This is how you can do M-Pesa KCB bank payment integration in your application. For this to work, you must have a KCB bank pay bill, that is shared pay bill 5522533, and also you must have an account number in KCB bank. And the API we're going to use is an API called M-Pesa Express API. For you to access this interface, you need to visit sandbox.buni.kcbgroup.com and you'll be able to access this. And now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do testing this API. You just need to access it. You click on M-Pesa Express API and you'll be able to access this interface or this overview where you'll see the gateway URL and some other information here. We're going to use Postman. You can download Postman if you don't have in your computer and install it. And now this is how it will go. First, I'll begin by creating a collection. Okay, I create a collection and I'll just call it I'll call it KCB test. KCB test. Okay, you can say KCB API test. Okay, then I'm going now to create some request files from this. Okay, now once I click on that KCB test API, I just click on this add. Okay, add the request. Okay, I have a file here, and now I can name this file as token generation. Okay, I can just token gen. Okay, and I need it to do post request. Okay, and now I'll have to paste the token generation URL from here. Okay, now let me show you how to get this token generation URL. Okay, once I visit back to my KCB Buni API, KCB got once you visit documentation, you'll be able to get this documentation here. Okay, this is how to get it. You just go to documentation, API documentation, you go to documentation, and now you'll be able to download it from here. Once you download, you'll have this. Okay, and now because I need to do token authentication, that is token generation, I can use this URL here. Okay, I can just copy this URL. Okay, and now I'll go back to my Postman. I'll be able now to utilize this one. Okay, and now the next thing, I just have to save from here, save request from here. Okay, and once I save, I'm now good to go. Okay, the next thing which I'll do, I'm going to create something called another request, and now this request, now the API, and let me show you from here. If I go back to KCB Buni, access M-Pesa Express, I go to try out. Okay, now I'm able now to try out this API from here. Okay, so whatever I need just to do, I can just click on try out from here, and now I'm going to execute. This is an invalid number, but I need to show you something here. Okay, once I execute, now I have this cal report from here. Now I have this server STK Push URL. Okay, so you can access it from here, either here or Aperture, this one. Okay, it's the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this one, and now, or it's here, this is a request URL, this one here. You can just copy it, and now you go to Postman and you create another request. Okay, and now this request, I can now call it now the KCB API. Okay, this is now the STK Push. Okay, and now I want it to do post, and I just save, and now I paste it from here. Okay, and once I paste it from here, now if I go to body, see, I now have this. This is because I have an account in this account here, KCB Bank Buni API. So you'll have now the format. Okay, the first one, we have the phone number. That's my phone number, the amount, the invoice format, that is invoice number, we have the shared short code that is 522533. That's the reason it's returning true. Organization short code, leave it empty. Also, as a organization passkey, you leave it empty. And now we have the callback URL. Okay, I'm going to show you where we are going to do, how we are going to do that. And now the description. Okay, now the callback URL, I can use something called a webhook. Okay, I can just access I can just access my webhook from here, and I can just copy this first code, this first URL, and I'll paste it up kwa callback URL. So we'll be able to see in case of any transaction in webhook, we'll be able now to see that transaction. Okay, and now the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going just to save, and after I save, I'm going to do back to token generation. Okay, and I'll run this one for me to get the token bearer, and this is the token bearer key. Okay, access token. So I just copy it, and now I just paste it inside the KCB API. I go to authorization, and now hapa mahali kuna token, I clear yenye iko, I paste it here, then I send. So when I send, I have an error here. So I'll go back to my KCB API, I go to body, and from body, it's bad request, that is invalid for number. I'm going to change this one from text to JSON. Okay, and now I'm going to send it again. You see now, now I have an I have M-Pesa STK Push in my phone. Let me input PIN and I send. After that, let me go now to, you see, in webhook, now we have a transaction here, which has been done. Okay, now that's my location and some details, blah blah. And now this is now the callback. Okay, this is a format of the callback. Now you can check anything from here. This is the code. Okay, the amount that here you go on now. So that means, and my phone number. So that means my API is working. Okay, now in the next video I'll show you how to go live with it. Okay, and the steps that you have to take for you to be able to run it live.